Hello everybody and welcome to episode 29 of the Pentagon Challenge, and the season is wrapping up thick and fast, and this could be the last league game I live com while in charge of Vasco da Gama Cape Town. My main priority is the South African FA Cup now, but this home game against the Black Leopards is so important, as I want to leave the club in the best possible shape for a potential successor. I'm almost guaranteed to leave at the end of the season, but I still haven't got an idea where to go next. But the league table has turned out like this after 23 games. We are in a poor position without any doubt. We've lost 11 times, we've won 9 and drawn 3, so that leaves us in 10th position. We have lost out very badly compared to the likes of the Black Aces and our opponents for today, the Black Leopards. The main objective I have now is to finish in 8th, so I can get the club into the Super 8 tournament again, which has a good option for prize money, but we just have not been good enough this season. We've been easily overcome by the bigger teams in the league, and that's going to cost us in the long run, because compared to last year we only lost 10 times in 30 games and we won 14, getting into the fantastic 5th place. It could be worse. We could be Ajax Cape Town or something like that. We're not going to get relegated again. That's very important, but it's just so frustrating that my last sort of push was duly ignored. We just have not gotten the form that we need to win any tournaments. So it all began with a bad loss to SuperSport United. They were the better team, but we were able to get back into the game with 1 goal, but we should have been able to equalise. But we were just very bad, despite my hope. I believe we could have equalised, but it wasn't to be. We had to play a friendly due to another sort of African Cup of Nations interference. I believe Morocco or someone won it. I'll double check that in a minute. And then a terrible result which could have changed the season for the better. We were 2-0 up and cruising against the terribly out of form Ajax Cape Town in the local derby with a sellout crowd, but then they snuck in 2 goals, really undeserved, but we couldn't get ourselves back into the lead. So that's the result that got out of hand, really. It should never have been a loss. And then similar story here against the Black Aces. We took an early lead but threw it all away, conceding right on half time, and then they had the momentum that they needed to go on to win. So that's a very crucial loss. But in the South African FA Cup, we have gone past the first and second rounds, starting at Roses United there. Just the 1 goal was required. Then later on we got 2 goals past Golden Arrows, which has given us a draw against the Black Leopards away in the quarter-final, and if we win that, it'll be my 3rd semi-final in a row in this season, and I don't want to be beaten in that. So look, we have the Kaiser Chiefs, who won that knockout cup. We have Sundowns, we have the Wits, the Free State Stars, Garankuwa, against either the Pirates or Bloemfontein Celtic, and then ourselves against the Black Leopards. But after that we were beaten by 2 other big teams. Papi Fati in 45th minute, again sort of giving away a cheap goal, and even worse was to come again at home. We conceded in the 88th minute, totally undeserved again. Maybe it's a little harsh because they had so many shots, but we kept them out as best we could, and we ultimately fluffed our lines. And another bad draw against the Jomo Cosmos. It needed an 87th minute equaliser to get back to that. So our league dreams are well and truly gone. It's all about the quarter-final of the South African Cup. But we could do ourselves a great favour by getting a win over Black Leopards before that crucial quarter-final. I want to come 8th in the league to make sure we come out with our heads held high, but it's just money is starting to run out. The transfer market, as a result, it's kind of drying up for us. But club hero Alcardo Van Gran will be going to a brand new club in the summer. It's Skalica in Slovakia, so he'll be travelling to Europe from next season onwards. So good luck to him. But I just can't manage to get Bakar Balde signed up again. It's that same problem with the visas. He hasn't played enough games due to his terrible injury. You can see he had the broken ankle which kept him out. But I'm trying to commit other players to contracts, and it's just not quite working out due to the financial squeeze. Well, you can check out the Cup of Nations. Here it is. It was won by Guinea. That's right. Yeah, Guinea won their first ever Africa Cup of Nations. So congratulations to them, and I hope to see them expand their repertoire and go all the way again in future. So now, without further ado, let's head straight into the match, and fingers crossed we can come out with the win. We need to finish 8th, as I said before. Anything less and it will probably be a failure for me anyway. I don't think it's too bad for the club in general to stay up for another year, but it's just as I said in the last episode, my patience is wearing a little bit thin. I need to get my reputation to another few gold stars if I'm going to get a dream job. But I'll just see what the market's like in the summer when my contract expires, and a few good players in midfield, so we'll tightly mark them. And then my starting 11, you probably didn't see it, so we'll go back to it. There we go. We've Nick Chepe, Marumo, Skippers, Balde, Wambi, Mahalangu, Shalar, Hitash, Wayo, Libisi, Maponyai and Malambo. They're going with the narrow 4-1-2-1-2, which I hope will pay off, because I haven't played this 4-4-2 in a long time. We've constantly stuck with the 4-2-3-1, and that might have been a problem, seeing as how the players were just not reacting well to it. So we'll change some of our instructions now. It's a home game. We should be taking the initiative, so we need to get going here. Let's believe in ourselves, get the 3 points, and maybe repeat the trick in the quarter-final of the cup. So let's turn on the crowd noise, fan noise, whatever, and kick off. Here we go. We're looking for goals, guys. Let's do our best. And now, here we go. Ready for kick-off anytime. There we go. It's the Black Leopards to kick off. They have a few tired players from midweek, and again, it's kind of an overrated thing in this game. You're still likely to be beaten by a fatigued team if they're better than you. It's an early corner that needs to be defended, and there we go. It's cleared. Nick Chepe has kept it alive. Here's Mahlangu passing short to Maruma on the ball. Falls to Ricardo Skippers, who's actually offside. Unlucky, a positive start. So we'll encourage that. I liked what I saw there. Sorry, got rid of that by accident. No shots on goal yet, but the better possession. Zotwane, Stoffels, Mungomeni, Zotwane, Stoffels, Rangamela. That's a good ball, and Shoisa has buried it for an early goal, and that is absolutely shocking. That will certainly rule us out of anything now if we lose this. That's just dreadful. Yeah, the Black Aces have 2 games in hand over us, and we're just not playing to our potential. Nick Chepe nods it back into the area, but Vries has saved it. We'll have to go direct, I think. Here's Mathiba, Stoffels, Merguini, back to Matsi, Mathiba, Minguini, Diala, still Matsi, and the deflection will lead it out to Mapunyaye to clear. This is bad now. Come on, get something into the box. Just shoot. Do something, lads. This is bad. Yeah, they're dominating. Just the one shot on target, but that was the goal. Here's Bakar Balde. Oh, Nick Chepe was pushed off the ball, and that is probably the most unpopular animation in the entire game, where it looks like the player just gives up running, but in fact, he's actually been pushed off the ball. So that's something I really want to see improve for FM 2017 when that game comes out in November this year, most likely. Here's Mathiba. Come on, guys, do something. That's out for a throw in. I didn't see the tackle, but it must have been clean. We have 1 shot on goal now. It's just not good enough. So Pro Zone is definitely something we need to check out. So shots overall, there you go. Just one lackadaisical shot from Nick Chepe, but they scored the goal in the 13th minute. So just we have not responded. There's another shot. Now we're starting to get something going here. Nick Chepe had his shot saved off camera, but just not good enough. We're starting to get a little bit of momentum going, but the half time is coming at a, you know, just an unpleasant moment really, and we have to say that's not good enough. So before we do, let's try and shake things up a little bit with Prozone. So we've seen the shots, we need to see our sort of passing. How are we doing in that? Not too bad actually, but the 12 key passes is what you want to see, and we're mainly getting the job done out on the left, so we might go biased on the left there. Scoring chances, no clear-cut chances. The movement, not good movement either. The average positions overall structured, but I think Bakar Balde, since we're going to have a little extra focus on him, we need to put him in attack mode. He's made a few mistakes, that's alright. Probably the crosses, that's what I'd like to see. Yeah, a lot of failed crosses, and then we'll just see what they're up to in their positioning overall. Yeah, they're leaving a lot of space on the wing, so that's another validation for my point. Their set pieces have been pretty good as well. How about their crosses? They're not going for too much, so I think they are exploiting the middle. So let's try and change some of our own ideas. So Wambi, I'd like to go advanced with him, see if we can push him up, and then Skippers needs to be attacking as well. Should we swap? Yeah, I think I'll swap these guys around. Nick Chepe can go false 9. But it doesn't help that I'm not playing Radaby today. He's usually able to break down defences. Now let's get into these instructions. So we'll leave the right flank alone. We'll go all to the left, hit early crosses. We need to dribble less, I think. Change that to low and pass into space. That's an obvious one. So there we go. Stay on feet as well. We have a few yellow cards. Now let's complain to our players. You're not good today and we have to do better. And that's gone down reasonably well. So we'll just tell the defenders cop on a bit and let's go. Come on, we need a goal and I need it soon. So kickoff has begun and now we get to go. You can see my manager is crossing his arms. He's not too happy, but let's see if we can get some more shots on goal. And that's us. That's good news. We need more. Come on, show some passion. Unfortunately, a highlight has fallen to the Black Leopards, and that's a lovely move. Mathiba gets 2 shots on goal, and it's gone wide on the rebound. Lebo Mathiba, our former player, of course, and we've somehow gone to the 60th minute without any other highlights. So let's go back to the action zone, and it's clear to me that the Black Leopards are in the ascendancy. So time for Alcardo Van Gran to come on for Marumo, see if he can get the job done. He will be, I think we'll make him advanced forward, and I think we'll get rid of Matt Langu. He's not had a good game and he's on a yellow, so we might bring on our top scorer Sean McCarthy later. So it goes to show how good we are on the flanks, where our top scorers are both wingers and they're both young as well. Here's Wambi, Bakar Balde, lovely crossfield ball to Schillar. Skippers beats his defender. Wambi Van Gran, not good enough. Goal kick as a result. It's hit high into the midfield. Labisi rolls the ball to Bakar Balde via his head. Van Gran into the danger area, but his cross has been caught nicely by their goalkeeper. And again, it looks like Black Leopards are getting a little complacent. Skippers, Zaba, lovely ball. It's Bakar Balde, charge down, corner kick. We need a goal or something on target. That was right in the 6-yard box, but it didn't result in a goal. Van Gran was in a good position, and now the ball rolls out into the middle of the park. Time for overload, I think. Now is the time to get moving. Mixed passing. That's saved well by Malambo. Good man. They've made changes, so we're going to combat that. We have a striker. That's a red light for me. We need to do something about him. We have another centre midfielder, so we'll just charge him down. Corner kick. Could the Black Leopards win it? Fair and square from here. Mungomeni. He's going into the corner, gives it away. Now Van Gran releases Nick Chepe, and that was a pull of the shirt. It could be a professional foul. In my opinion, it wasn't. There were other defenders back. What will the referee say, though? It's a red card. Mr. Bennett says it's a red card. It's time to push on now. Come on. No more excuses. We need to make the last change. It's going to be an obvious one. Sean McCarthy will come on. Yeah, Sean McCarthy definitely needs to come on here. And we'll push Bakar Balde and Sean McCarthy up. And that should hopefully get the equaliser. We need to get moving. Right, it's time now. We haven't really adapted to that red card very well, but I believe this is the change we need to make. It was a deserved red card, even though I felt it was harsh. I don't know why, but there we go. We've 10 minutes to salvage a draw. Here's Bakar Balde. Labisi, great save. Now we only have 9 minutes to get a result here. Labisi and McCarthy can't score. Come on. Not on here, lads. Come on. Now they have a corner. Wambi has cleared it. Matzi is able to collect for the Black Leopards, and that's a good cross. But it was not really useful for their teammates. Here's Sean McCarthy down the other end. It's a low cross for Van Gran. Unlucky. We'll now go floating crosses in. We have to get something out of this, guys. Come on. Mapunyaye. Bakar Balde cleared by Simpson. Jabba. He's only got one option. It has to be Shalar. It's Balde! Oh no, it's Van Gran. I beg your pardon. That's the goal we needed. Come on, lads. Let's turn this one on its head. 3 minutes to go. Mapunyaye goes out to Zaba! Oh! Where did this come from? It's a beauty! From 30 yards! Now, let's concentrate. Do not throw this one away. What a turnaround! Corner kick given. Oh, this is ridiculous. Come on, clear that. Yeah, Bakar Balde. Go, go, go. 2 minutes of added time. Here, we haven't reached the 90 yet. Mapunyaye could win the game overall. Jabba. Wambi. It's offside for Sean McCarthy. And it seems like we're okay to stay on overload. Balde. He's going to take his risk and cross very early, but no. That's Vrish to collect. Stoffels. Manaka. Given away. Nick Chepe to break. McCarthy just pelt it as best you can. Jabba. Nick Chepe, McCarthy! Oh, it's beautiful! What a turnaround! And that could save our belief yet. We were looking down and out, but we are back into 8th position. But bear in mind, the Black Aces have 2 opportunities to overhaul us. What a turnaround! And we have our first great moment of this rather dour season. Well done, boys. That was top drawer. And the 2 substitutes made the difference today. Not quite so much for Sean McCarthy. I think he got an assist. But Jabba's goal was just world class. Well done to him. And that has given ourselves a big boost. And we need to head into the rest of the season with that belief. And incredibly, Ajax Cape Town are back in the relegation playoff position. And they've lost a thriller. But the results, Platinum Stars were beaten, so that's the only really good result. But it'll require a miracle to do any better than 8th. But well done to my guys. They somehow turned this one around. And if we play like that again in the Cup, I think we can go places. But anyway, that'll conclude a dramatic episode. And there we go. The tactical switch had paid off. And that is important for our confidence. I don't know if I'll use it again in away games, but I think for 70 minutes we were not in that match, so we won't get too overconfident, but we'll have to do our best on Saturday against the Sundowns. They're in fine goal-scoring form. Then we play in April. That's 21 days away against Bloemfontein. Then a few days later we need to be ready for this massive quarter-final. So that'll do for this episode, guys. If I make it to the semi-finals, that'll be my next live com. Otherwise, I'll bring the season to an end and we'll try and find a new job as best we can. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.